It's trying to get the balance because, if you think we're a little bit, we're different probably to a lot of other teams in terms of we have a challenge trying to build a bit of cohesion at various different stages. So for the most part we've kept it pretty similar, and I think that hopefully we'll be able to build on some of the good things that we did produce last week. But there was plenty parts of the performance that were probably frustrated us a little bit. Some is due to the fact that Bath played well, very physical as well, very strong. They're at home, conditions, etc., etc. So, but overall, for us, we tried to have a bit more cohesion in selection. If you think the group hasn't really been together since the Toulouse week, so Toulouse, we played Treviso the week after that. Then we were off to South Africa. Then there was a break. Guys were away with Ireland during the November series, and we come back. We have a game against Ospreys, Dragons, etc., etc. So there's lots of moving parts. So it can be a tricky challenge for us this time of year. We were pleased to get a win. That's the most important thing when we went away to Bath. For us now, we've tried to really drill into the performance part and how we can improve as a group, because we've seen over the years the back-to-back games, just because you win away doesn't automatically guarantee any success the following week. So we've had to work hard as a group this week to ensure that we're better. There's due to be a lot of rain tomorrow, so again, sometimes you've got to be able to adapt on the day, and that's going to be important for us. So we just need to understand we have a plan how we want to go out and play against Bath. We talked about even the fact that Gervin knows us very, very well in terms of how he sets Bath up. So he knows us better than anyone probably out there, which is always a very tricky challenge. So certain things that we tried to work on this week, and as I said, it's just how we improve upon last week, and how we manage the conditions on the day and be adaptable, and how we were able to adjust if necessary on the day. I think he's been going really well, Adam. He has had to bide his time, missed out on a couple of very tight selections earlier on in the year. Has come back into the team, but we're lucky there. Dave Carney's a little bit unlucky as well to miss out. He's trained well. He missed different parts with a few niggles earlier in the season, but he's come back and he did particularly well against Dragons. So yeah, we're lucky we've got good competition there. Winding the clock back, it was a tricky game. The first game against Exeter, we were literally hanging in on our try line. Exeter were pounding away when we were away in Exeter, and then we come back to the Aviva, and again it's going back to that point about it just doesn't naturally happen because you win away. Exeter came here very fired up, started the game well. We lose. Johnny went off in the first couple of minutes. If you remember, Ross Byrne came off as well with a head knock. Luckily he was able to come back on. We had Issa that shifted 10 for that period where Ross was going through his HIA process, and we were, we lost Keane to the sin bin. Then we conceded a try, a second try we conceded, and when Scott Fardy goes to sin bin, so we were, played half of the first half with 14 men. We were 17-3 down at one stage, and you have to dig in and fight your way back. So yeah, it's very unusual, the dynamic, but as I said, we're just trying to learn a few bits from last week, get it better. And hopefully that week together will be good for us as a group, because as I said, the previous sort of 5 to 6 weeks have been a little bit disjointed. So yeah, it's a great challenge for us, but it's not dissimilar to what we face most years. But again, the Gervin factor, knowing the group well, so there's lots of things that we need to overcome and to be aware of. Plus Bath have a very good bunch of players. They're a team. They're very heavily resourced, and they're very ambitious. An owner that is looking to be successful at the top end of European competition, and they'll see this. I heard some of their talk after the game last week, and they picked a similar, pretty much exact same team, a couple of changes, and they want to do well in Europe, and they're fighting for their last chance, I guess, in the tournament. So we know it's going to be an unbelievably tough challenge. So we've tried to prepare as best as we can for what we think is going to be a very difficult game.